Well, good evening. So we've got a few people out there. Vineyard Chicks, Hidden Within Myself, Down Under Farm and Forge. Homestead Humor, hi Johnny, how you doing? Fishes and Lowe's Life, Where to Begin Homestead. So we got a couple of you out there. If anybody'd like to join me up here tonight, send an email to familyhomestead@gmail.com. I will send you the link. You can do that. We won't even charge you. We'll just encourage your participation. So how is everybody doing on this, can you believe it, the 21st? The 21st of June. So, Beehive Homestead, hello. As you can see, it is you have me again tonight. Sherry is still down. I am so upset with this, but just going to take her a little time to heal. Take her bouncing. Your audio sounds like it's full of static. Sounds like it's okay. Tell me, does that make the audio sound any better? I'm betting not. Test 1, 2, test. Okay, that should maybe do a little better. Hidden Within Myself. You say no, it is not sounding any better. Is that what you're saying? Test 1, 2. Does it sound is it this way for everybody, or is it we have a different type of air? It's perfectly 100% clean and clear here. That's why I'm curious. Stringfield Ridge Farm, how you doing? So, can you hear me okay? Is it too loud? Is it? Sounds full of static. I don't want that. Okay, give me just a moment here. Okay, is that any better? GB says it's static and muffled. The static, what's that all about? Is there still static? I'm not hearing any static here at all, so right now I'm lost. So I'm just checking some settings. Is it still staticky? Static dropped. Great. So now it's working correctly? A little bit muffled, but you don't hear static. Okay. All right, we'll turn it up a little bit. Maybe that makes it a little better. Good. Sean in Alaska, how are you doing? Bill on the Rock Homestead. I think I said hi to Stringfield Ridge Farm, but if I didn't, hello again. Geeky Gardens. Heaven's Gates Cherry Farm, Michigan, I believe. Naturally NC. Well, I know where you're from. Ticker Bouncing, you're just a little bit south of us. And Johnny with Homestead Humor, good to see you here. How are you doing? So how is everybody doing? Are you in a stormy area? Let's see, are the storms eating you alive? I saw that they had a massive mess in Alabama, I think it was, where pretty tragic mess with some youngsters lost their lives in a traffic pile up. But anyway, weather's been crazy here. It's either so hot you can't stand it, or it's raining so hard you're dodging hail. Hidden within myself, happy birthday. Happy birthday. Mama Z, good evening. How are you doing? Good to see you here. So again, we'll try this again. And it should be pinned at the top, but maybe it isn't. If you'd like to join me on the screen here, by all means, just drop an email, send it to twofamilyhomestead@gmail.com. I will return your email with the link where you can join. That way, it's somewhat controlled. If I were to just put this out here in the chat area, then anybody could grab it, and we just don't want any chaos. I have enough chaos without asking for it. Yeah, 9 children and 1 adult. Emily, the wanted one, says. That's a shame. Storm there earlier, all better now. So, Hidden Within Myself is 30 years old. I think she said today. So, everybody wish her happy birthday. So what would y'all like to talk about tonight? Are your gardens doing good? Are they doing poor? Is the weather eating you alive? You got other problems going on with your homestead? Projects you just can't get off the ground? I have lost my driveway. Vineyard Chicks, how are you doing? Good to see you here. Michigan, I think, if I remember right. Okay, Art and Bree were scheduled for tonight. So this is what I know. When we have a guest scheduled, and we are in full score operating mode, which we've tried to be getting back to, the week before, so not just this past weekend, but last week, either probably Tuesday or Wednesday, sent an email. We sent a follow-up email. We've not heard anything back. And when I had no email there today, I just assumed that the sickness has overcome him, and I can certainly understand when you're not. I mean, let's face it, Sherry's been gone here now for a couple months. It's just rough. Mama Z has a ton of tomatoes. A ton of tomatoes. So that's a Texas ton is a tone. All right. So what is your breed of onion there, Mama Z? Or breed of onion, your breed of tomato? I mean, are they big boys? Are they Romas? Are they cherry tomatoes? What's your favorite tomato to grow there? Hidden within myself, I do too. I hope it's driving me crazy. All right. So it looks like we're going to get somebody up here. So, Darren, I sent you a link. Christy Betts. Good evening. Good to see you. And Living Miracle Homestead, he has been very sick. I'll tell you what, Sherry has been very, very sick. I had Sherry back at the ER last night. So, they didn't admit her. They give her some fluids, give her some pain meds. Sent her back home with me, I don't know, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning. But, she's, every time I think she's made a step forward, it's like she's jumping back 5 or 6. It's crazy. It's just, but, I don't know. Green zebras are my absolute favorite tomato. I don't think I've ever had a green zebra. Hi, Terry. How you doing? She had surgery almost 2 months ago. That they had some scar tissue they had to go through with the surgery, and so she's just having a rough time of it. So it's not like she's sick. She's like down and out, not because of like a virus, but because of other things. So, Darren, I think I sent you a link. And if anybody else would like to join, by all means, just send an email to familyhomestead@gmail.com. Let's see. Okay. For some reason, Darren, it says that your message was blocked. So you didn't get it. So Darren, send me an email. Just say, send me the link and I will reply to it. Maybe it'll get through in that way. Don't know what else I can tell you. Recipient address was rejected. Access is denied. So that's what's going on there, Darren. Good evening, Kyle Childress, Nations 13. How are you doing this evening? So, Bill on the Rock Homestead, you're getting some unexpected ducks? I guess that's a good thing. Okay. Darren, the link's on the way. We've had some other interesting things here go on as well. Our website is currently down. It's being redone. So we're hoping. Oh well, Fishes, Loaves, and Life. Thank you so much. So much. Appreciate that more than you know. But Crystal Groves is doing some work on a new website for us. And for those of you that maybe don't know her, that's Copper Kettle Farms, a wonderful young lady, and that's her business. Her business is web stuff, websites, web hosting. Okay, let's get somebody else in the room here. And they should be joining. I just got to change the screen here.
Should be up.
You are up. I just don't have you on the screen yet, Darren.
Ah, cool.
Okay. All right. And here we are all the way from Australia.
Well, g'day everyone. How we doing?
So, thank you for joining us, Darren. What's new down in your neck of the woods?
What's new down in my neck of the woods? I am in a Facebook official couple now.
I'm sorry, say that again.
I am in a Facebook official couple now.
You are?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So that's what's new for me.
So are you going to elaborate on that, or are we just going to...
It is Terry from City Girl.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, my. So should I send her the link to come up here?
You can send her the link to come up if you want.
You're going to have to behave yourself, you know that.
Do I ever not behave myself? That's probably best if you didn't answer that.
I was going to say, okay. All right. Okay, so we have Darren on the screen, and apparently, he's got something going on with the other guest that's going to be coming up here shortly. So anyway, I see Wide Family Farm has joined us. Courtney, good to see you.
G'day, Courtney.
As the garden turns, Homestead Saga. All right. Courtney, if you'd like to join us, just send me an email here real quick. Stringfield Ridge Farm, if you'd like to join us, just send me an email here real quick and we'll send you the link back. What happened? What are we talking about there, Stringfield Ridge Farm?
Yeah, which what?
Totally missed something, she says. So anyway, apparently Stringfield Ridge, if you're talking about Darren over here, he is. He has a. Well, you tell her.
It is now official that Terry from City Girl Country Heart is my girlfriend.
So this is a distance relationship.
This is a distance relationship because I can't get out of the country.
Fishes and Love's life is surprised. I am surprised.
Fishes and Love's life is lying because she knew before everyone.
So okay, well, so I apparently I've been kept out. Well, I'm glad that she shared it with me, or you heard it here almost first.
Well, if you looked at Facebook, Daryl.
I haven't had time to look at Facebook.
Yeah, I know, mate.
But
we're up to the Facebook official stage.
The Facebook official stage. See, I didn't even realize that there were stages in Facebook.
That's what happens with the young folks, although I'm pretty sure Facebook officials no longer counts for the young folks. Okay. And built on the rock, no, I'm still not allowed to go anywhere.
Okay, so you're still not allowed to go anywhere?
Nope.
Do they give you any kind of date as to when they're going to start relaxing that?
Nope. Nothing at all.
Now, naturally, and she indicates that she was blindsided. Let's see what we have here. Okay. Okay, Courtney, link is sent.
The link is in the link?
Link is in
as
the link.
Courtney likes to say.
CB, hello. How are you doing this evening? So I've been out of touch. I've not been on any lives to speak of this past week. If I had chickens, our heads would all be cut off by this point. It's been a rough week here. But anyway, let's see. We have to pass everything through Mark That Zucker on Facebook.
Yes, if Mark doesn't know, it's not official. But I think that's just for us old folks. I think the young folks use some new platform nowadays.
All right. And we should have Courtney joining us here shortly. There's still no sound, but she should be showing up. There she is.
There's the infinite screen.
Yeah, we're going to get... There we go.
There we go.
That should be better. Courtney,
still waiting on audio.
Oh, okay. I didn't know which one to press. It's the join with computer audio, and I'm like thinking, is that the one I want?
Yes, Courtney, that's the one.
Courtney, have you never done this before? Do we have a...
I don't know what I'm doing anymore.
We have a rank rookie here. So, Courtney, what's new up your way?
Not a whole lot. The garden's not doing very good this year because of the weather.
Is it because of the heat or the too much rain?
It's like a combination. Like some days it's really cold. Like last week we had temperatures that were like, it was like 48 degrees, and then the rain, and then it's just the heat. Some of my vegetables are bolting because it's getting way too hot too soon, and weather's not good this year.
And you went all out this year on the garden.
It's frustrating, but we still have the fall, so I'm not that worried about it per se. I mean, as long as the fall can hold out, I think we'll be okay. But
Well, I'm still trying to get, and I think I mentioned this to everybody before. We decided we're doing something totally different with the garden this year. We're going to try to minimize maintenance on it and grow out of containers and all that. So I'm basically shutting down a garden that was about 65 foot by 50 foot.
That's a big garden.
And my plan is to cover that entire area with a barrier fabric, like a nursery fabric, and then I can just set the containers on top of that. That's the plan. But in order to do that, I have to. Well, the problem is that the weeds have grown so well there that they're taller than I am. And so it's just an absolute crazy mess trying to get it cut down. Big Bear Homestead is in the house. I don't know if it's Jason or one of the girls, or Robin. But hello, Big Bear Homestead. Good to see you.
Well, it's in a loud voice, so I'd guess that's Jason.
I looked for them on last night, and their live was not on last night. I know he's redoing some fencing.
Yeah, they had weather issues. The storms were coming through, and they had to get the fence up beforehand.
But I know that I'm not spilling any beans here because it was announced on a different stream. But I'm guessing at this point in time, Jason has use of a tractor at his place there. So, congratulations to that, and hope that that helps you and gets you going here pretty quick. So, Reach and Refuge are moving across the country, and Maya's not leaving the tractor sit over here in North Carolina when he's on, if they're not here to watch it. So I guess he's taking it over to Jason's house, and Jason's going to watch it. All right, we have somebody else wanting to join here. Okay. All right. Now, Darren.
Yes, mate.
Okay, you have to promise to be good.
Uh-oh.
I have promised to be good. I'm almost always good.
All right, Terry. Now you have to be good.
Audio's connecting. There we go.
Terry, you have to be good now.
I always behave myself.
Well, and if you don't, just don't name it after me.
I always behave myself. I just gotta move this over so I can see the chat now.
Jason, I'm sorry. South Carolina is what I meant to say. I had no idea.
Yeah, South Carolina.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, they're only gonna be like an hour and 45 minutes for me.
I don't know how far they're going to be from Jason. I don't know, but I know this. We have another place to stop when we're going through there.
Yep.
And I've not had our camper's not ready to go anywhere yet. I have not had the opportunity to de-winterize it. I wanted to put brakes on it this year.
Yeah.
And it's still sitting in limbo. DJ Miller, good evening. Good to see you, my friend.
Hey, DJ.
TJ?
Wait a minute. Darren was showing his wood on Courtney's live stream.
Yep.
Darren.
Yeah.
With a straight face. Yes, it was. It was all his fault.
And he was behaving himself. That was between me and Q Kitchen. Conversation.
Okay. Brenda.
He's eating new chicks now.
Good to see you,
Topic
Brenda.
change.
Good to see you,
Let's
Brenda.
still sing City Girl Country Heart.
Yes, I had some new timber in for a tomahawk handle.
Yes, something put the brakes on all of our plans this year. Things, but we just adjust. We just adjust. Braden Brand Reality TV. Hello, everyone. Good to see you. Good to see you, Braden Brand Reality TV.
The folks.
Hi, Brenda.
So.
Hey, Dee.
So.
Yeah, I think we kind of surprised a lot of people with posting that me and Darren are a couple yesterday. Kind of shocked a bunch of people.
Well, yeah, it kind of shocked me, but you notice I wasn't real shocked about the wood.
Well, I'm happy for you guys. I hope it works out for you, and I hope that next year Darren can come here so we can visit and
I know
and meet y'all, because I absolutely love both of you, and
we love you.
We're so lucky to be your guys' friends, and we love you, and it's so awesome to have good connections with people. And
Red Silo Homestead, good evening.
Yeah.
Okay, Terry, you can probably answer maybe the first.
Red Silo, Columbia is 2 hours west of me. I'm in Anderson.
Okay, so the name of it is what? Red Silo?
His family's in Columbia. That's 2 hours from me.
Okay. No. Where is Roots and Refuge, the nearest big town?
Oh God. I'm not sure. I know they're an hour and 45 minutes from me.
I don't recall the name of the town.
Just told me.
Caitlin, at the moment, we're not letting anyone in or out.
Yeah, they got the whole island on lockdown, unfortunately.
word on the street about Roots and Refuge is that they got offered a TV deal. So I don't know if that's true or not. I follow the Facebook back pages. So it'd be kind of cool. That'd be exciting if that is the truth.
It would not have been the first one, let me put it that way.
Because Melon is not StreamYard. StreamYard is better than Melon, Carol.
This is in
I know
StreamYard.
Melon, and it's not what
No, this is Zoom. I'm sorry, Zoom. And yeah, I won't say what town Roots and Refuge is going to this week. It's a privacy thing.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but the largest, biggest town that's close by him that's fine. Oh, Jason knows it, but he can't spell it. Okay. So some town that can't be spelled. Jason, if you'd like to jump on here, we would love to have you.
We have a lot of weird named towns in our state, like Ganea-Hutton.
Is anyone surprised that Jason can't spell?
Every time we go south and I see that word, I'm like, Ganea-Hutton, what?
You think that's strange?
Yeah, a little bit.
Actually, I thought it was pronounced Ganuda-Hutton.
Ganuda-Hutton?
Yeah.
It could be.
The closest real big town to them is going to be Columbia. They ain't going to be far from Columbia.
So we've kind of been talking about gardening here. Red Saddle Homestead, how's your garden been doing this year? Is the weather treating you decent, or has it really messed up your gardening plans this year? And Caitlin Strange says Iowa has some odd names for small towns.
Yeah, South Carolina's got some pretty crazy names for towns here.
Wait a minute. Big Bear Homestead. Can't. Robin is editing.
Robin's editing a video, so Jason can't jump on the computer.
He doesn't need the
He
computer.
tends to be a little loud.
He can do it on the phone.
Yeah, but the problem is his volume.
He doesn't need to be in the same room with her. She's perfectly capable.
That's not true, Jason.
So anyway, any big plans for anybody in here? You got are things going the way you expect them to this year? You had to.
You know what's funny is this year, there's a lot of new vegetables that I'm growing this year that I've never really grown before. And one of them is squash and pumpkins. And those are doing excellent. I got butternut squash and I got sugar pie pumpkins. And so far the plants look really healthy and they're doing really good. And the other plants that I've never had issues with in the past are not doing so hot. Our onions are going to seed. There's just lots of variables this year that is just so weird and we've never had issues with before. But we hope maybe to mend the beds over the winter and, put rabbit poop in there and all different kinds of stuff and eggshells and whatever. And hopefully the soil would be better and we can have a better year next year. I'm hoping the fall really is, I'm hoping it's cool enough we can grow some cool weather crops like lettuces and cabbage and stuff like that. But so far this year, it just kind of sucks. The peas did good though. I do have to say that. We have tons of peas out there.
I see that Jujubee is creating a list of places to visit this year.
Some weird named towns, of course.
So, Courtney, you're peeing freely at the moment? You're peeing freely at the moment?
Yep.
Well, my garden is only like half full, not even half full. It's got a bunch of weeds. My blueberries are doing good, my grapes are doing good. All my tomato plants and my 10 volunteer tomato plants are doing good.
That's good. I love getting volunteer plants. It's so cool. I like to see what they're going to do.
I wish all my seeds I put in would volunteer and come up, but the birds have enjoyed them.
Yeah.
The weeds are coming up, but not my seeds.
Southern Ohio Pumpkin, good evening. Glad to have you join us here this evening.
I got really mad this year. I planted, most of my beans are doing good, but I planted kidney beans. It was my first time planting them, and I thought, well, I love kidney beans, especially in chili. And so I had a whole packet of 24, and you're supposed to soak them overnight in water. And I planted them. I planted like a whole row right down the side, and only 5 of them popped up.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I don't even soak mine.
Then you
I
get
put
them
them in the
pots
ground.
for a plant. Oh, well, the directions said to soak them, so I soaked them overnight.
I don't.
Water.
I put them in, make sure they get plenty of water, and if they come up, they come up. They don't, I just put a new one in. I did that last year, and let's see, my pole beans, I had at one point on a 10-foot spot, my pole beans, there was over 200 plants.
Wow.
Because none of them came up after a month, so I put more in the ground, a whole bunch more. Yeah, I had pole beans out the ears last year.
Wow.
I go out there weeding the garden and eating beans.
So did anybody this year, and I know somebody did, I forget who it was, they had purchased some seeds and planted them, but what they were growing was not what they had bought.
I've had that happen.
Where they were mismarked. I just wondered if anybody in here had that type of issue.
Nope, never had a mismark, so.
I've never had it mismarked. I had airhead moments where I thought I planted something in a tray. It came up as something else. So I was like, oh, maybe I did plant that there.
I had that this year. A bunch of my peppers turned out to be tomatoes. Yeah, I had that this year. My peppers turned out to be tomatoes.
But was that the airhead moment, or was that they were mislabeled?
Airhead moment. Total airhead moment. And my kale seeds didn't come up, so I put spinach in place, and a week later I had kale and spinach growing in the same cups. I put them in the garden, and the caterpillars liked them.
Well, let me acknowledge Trip H. I'm glad you made it.
Hi, Trip H.
I see
Ooh, Trip H.
your service is not the best tonight, but glad to have you.
I see. I'm on winter garden at the moment, so.
And yours is still doing good.
Does it get down into the does it freeze there? Or can you just have like a really nice, cool winter crops like all...
We get the occasional frost.
Mm.
So I'm in close to town, and it's the occasional frost. It doesn't get much worse.
How far north do you get snow? Does Bibby and Agent get snow?
Queensland was getting snow, but that was a freak event.
Okay. Is that better? I'll pull the mic away from my mouth.
That's better. I cannot.
Okay.
They are all coming on the same line, so if I turn that line down, then everybody turns down. So it just goes to show that Terry is somewhat outspoken, and let's.
No.
I'm saying this in a very, very nice way.
Either can't be. I get heard too well on here, or they can't hear me on Courtney's live stream, and I have to have my mic right in front of my mouth.
Well, I don't know what's going on with Courtney's live stream, but you're coming through loud and crystal clear here.
Okay.
I love you, Terry.
Well, it's true, Courtney. Or they hear me breathing. I'll turn my...
But no, I mean, to get to see snow, I've got to drive about 4 hours.
That's crazy.
I see that Brenda's raising snakes this year.
Maybe you're just getting too old, Jason.
I'm real hesitant on what to do here.
I turned my volume down some on my headset.
With Jason giving me directions, because he's got to have one of the quietest live streams of anybody. So.
All right, y'all. Well, I gotta get moving. I got some stuff I have to do, but I love you all, and I'll see y'all later. And bye, Daryl. I love ya, and y'all have a good night.
Courtney,
Love you too, Courtney. See ya.
Thank you very much for stopping by, and
Of course.
you.
I love you. Anytime you guys want me on or anything, you just let me know, and I'm here for y'all.
You take care, and good luck with your garden there.
Thanks. You have a good one.
TJ, I'd go 8 hours for snow. I want some snow.
Oh, I've never seen snow. Never seen it at all.
You'll get a chance once you're over here. I mean, we didn't see snow here this last winter. That I was hoping for it, but we had more rain than anything else.
Okay.
So, Daryl, did you guys get anything I know with everything going on with Sherry, it's been crazy. But have you gotten anything planted up there?
Well, and I started talking about that. So here's what happened. I figured I had to get stuff into the containers we were going to grow in, and then I could just carry the containers into the garden when I had the garden ready. Okay, so I'm going to say probably 60 to 75% of what we had planned to grow in containers is all planted in containers in my driveway.
Hey, at least it's planted.
Not in the garden area. So
it's in the ground, mate.
Well, oh yeah, and they're growing very well. But the problem I have is I have no trellises there or anything. So I've got to get this stuff moved here. I've got to work on that hard this week.
Have you got a trolley to just pick up the containers with?
Yeah, I'll just put them in a wheelbarrow or something to wheel them back to the garden.
Are you using 5-gallon buckets?
Yeah.
For now.
Easiest way, if you've got one, is one of those furniture moving trolleys with the 2 wheels and the platform at the bottom. Saves you doing a lot of bending.
Well, that would be a good way to do it.
Because I know my back would be hurting after trying to pick up 5-gallon containers all day.
Well, there's only, I don't know, 50 of them or so.
Oh, wow.
50.
I can't imagine 50. Hi, Morgan. How you doing?
Hey, Morgan.
Morgan, good evening. How are things? How is the weather up your way? We've kind of been talking about the weather. I know you're in the northern part of the States.
He gets all the beautiful snow.
I don't think he's been getting any snow around here. Food forest permaculture.
Where Morgan is, I know he has. Hi, Howie. How you doing?
Everyone's stopping by.
It's also like almost midnight over there, isn't it, Darren? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Here?
Yeah.
No, it's almost lunchtime.
Oh, okay.
Just woke up. Remember?
That's right. I don't know why I was thinking midnight.
Okay, I see Trip H Farm is gonna start working on the house here within a couple months. Been pretty warm. I think it hit 90 today. We actually had a hailstorm here today.
Jason's asking for a link, Daryl.
Yeah, I saw up north was getting a whole bunch of crazy storms.
Jason, I'll send it to you. I got your address.
Thank you, Howie.
Okay, Jason, it's on its way.
6 days without power. Power pole's broken in half. That's some bad storms.
Built on the Rock, where are you? What state are you in? I know there's some of the southern states like Arkansas and Alabama that got hit pretty bad. Hi, Christy.
There he is.
We're supposed to have some crazy storms here tonight and tomorrow. I'm hoping we don't lose internet again. I had no internet all day yesterday, and I wasn't able to work at all yesterday, and it made me so mad.
G'day, Jace. How you doing? He's not here?
He should be able to hear us.
There he is.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Hello.
What's going on, everybody?
How did you guys make out?
It's personal, Terry. I'm not going to tell you how me and my wife make out. I'm not going to do that.
I didn't say that.
Said,
How with the weather yesterday?
Is your forehead a green screen? Huh?
That's what it looks like.
Is your forehead a green screen?
no,
It looks like you got a green screen on your forehead.
ain't even going to lie. I know what it is. Hold on. Because we do the last Friday of every month, we do the thing for the kids with cancer, and I dressed up. That's my Wolverine thing trying to come in. Let me open this up and get rid of it here.
Yeah, I saw the pictures on your Facebook that your friend tagged you in.
No, you didn't.
Or someone tagged you and Robin. They were talking about.
That was like for my birthday back in March from when we were able to go. They can't
Okay.
we can't legally put anything up on social media.
Well, it was talking about
It was from his birthday.
one of the superheroes that dresses up as Spider-Man used to be one of the kids in the hospital,
Uh-huh.
which I think is pretty cool that he's doing that.
So, Jason,
Oh, I know. Okay, I know where that's at.
Jason, do you want to? What are your plans here for the upcoming few weeks?
Well, to be 100% honest with you, I don't know, because we've been having some issues. I mean, we bought this homestead almost a decade ago, and a lot of the perimeter fencing was already established. And so we didn't really mess with it that much. Well, 10 years later, now I need to actually do something about it. And this longhorn of ours is showing us, teaching us everything that we need to know about fencing, what's going to work with longhorns and what's not going to work with longhorns, because he's just walking through stuff.
Oh wow!
And it's a little bit aggravating. Like we thought we had him whooped, and he was back there for 2 or 3 days. It's no secret, like you said. Jeremiah left his tractor here with us and the bush hog so we could try to get caught up and use it to help pull some fencing. He was fine. And I went back there and bush hogged that area, and he was like, you know what? I haven't been up front in like a week. And just the way that they have, I don't know if you remember it, Daryl, but the back gate, the way that they have that, you're facing it the right side, how they had it jerry-rigged there. He just
walk through
busted through right there. So I got to go out and tomorrow after acupuncture and dig a hole and put a wooden post there and re-stretch it. And
Well, and unfortunately, it's hitting you at a time where wood's very expensive.
well, fortunately, out these wooden posts that we get. That's why it's always good, y'all. No lie. It's always good to find a local feed and seed, a mom and pop feed and seed, and shop there.
Mm-hmm.
These posts only cost me $8 a piece, and they're
Oh,
solid
that's cheap.
cedar posts, and they're like 8 or 10 foot long.
What's the diameter?
And so, if I would have tried to buy something like that at Tractor Supply or Home Depot or something like that, then I'd have paid twice that much, 3 times that much.
It
Yeah.
would have cost you a kidney at the moment.
Yeah, and even though they're saying that lumber prices and stuff are fixing to drop because it's basic economics, supply and demand. I'm still treading water before I really start to build any other structures. But I was going to permanently fence in the front part, Daryl, up there from the end of the big garden up to the edge of the property. And I was going to put a gate up there so that way when calf cow and Delma are in milk, I can let them graze up there and I don't have to worry about them going all over the place. So I went ahead and purchased those 2 poles, but I'm going to have to use them in the back now to pretty much keep him contained. And so once we get that done, hopefully I'll concrete the pole tomorrow and probably stretch the fence on Thursday or Wednesday and be done.
Is the back part of your property still the same when me and the kids were there?
No, it looks totally different now.
Okay.
We redone that one whole fence line. Everything's been bush hogged. We've taken out a bunch of trees. So we've done a lot of work back there.
Okay.
And, we sat down and I'm not going to reveal too much, but we made a 5-year plan on how we want our homestead to look in 5 years, and it's going to be epic. We're taking orders for our beef now that we can. I've got one cow yet. I still can't sell because I'm still, with all this rain and stuff that we had, parasites have been through the roof this year. And so I got to treat him again, and so he's gonna be on withdrawal for 21 days. But pretty much, I know Robin's calling the processor. We've already got one of them just about completely sold to be processed up, and so we're just gonna be changing some things around. It's gonna be very, very interesting, but right now, it's just fighting with this longhorn to get him to stay back where he belongs. And we're going to have to then go around and fix everything he destroyed. We lost all of our strawberries, but he enjoyed them. We were having a bumper crop, too, boy. We were going to...
Yeah, I saw the video that Robin did.
Yeah, but Carol was coming in with, like, a T-shirt full just about every other morning.
Oh, wow.
But then he found them. And so there's like no more strawberries between him and the goats because he would let the goats out. But we got that under control. We lost one of the mean girls. Don't know what happened with that. They all should be kidding the end of July, middle of July, end of July sometime. So that'll triple that up. But right now, the big thing is just keeping his big butt where it belongs. You know, when you got long stinking horns like how he's got, and then plus he's probably pushing 1,100 pounds now.
Yeah, he's huge.
He's a big boy, and he puts out big, beautiful babies. And
Hi, Robin.
One of the reasons why I don't want to get rid of him.
Is that what you got him for a sire?
Hasn't found the raspberries yet. Oh, let me say hi to Copper Kettle Farms.
I hope he doesn't.
Copper Kettle Farms. Good to see you in here. Nice to see you, Crystal.
You know, it's just like when we fix it, it's like he lets us go back there, and he'll let us get comfortable to where we think we want, and then he's like, "Hey guys, what y'all doing?" It's just aggravating.
Well,
so take it you've got him because of the beefiness of the breed?
he just likes the way the horns look.
Well, no, we got him because he was a steal. I think I didn't pay anything. Blaze owed me a bull because he killed one, and through negligence. And so Blaze found him, and he said, "You want to do a Longhorn?" And I said, "Why not?" Well, especially once I looked at the price. I think we paid like $400 or $500 for him.
Oh, wow.
And,
That's a good price.
Yeah. It's like, if you go back and you look when Bo was born, and then you look at a video today around this time when Robin lets it out, and she shows you a bunch of the different clips, Bo has caught those steers that I got from the dairy 2 or 3 years ago. And so the genetics that are coming from that Longhorn, I just absolutely love. They're big, beefy necks, big, good, awesome looking shoulders. But on the flip side, I do also have Ferdinand back there who did not want to be a steer, so he broke the rubber bands. And so he's still up. But I don't know how.
Broke the rubber band.
Yep. I don't know if Blaze used a dry rotted rubber band and wasn't really paying attention, and it just popped shortly after it got put on. But he's got dangly bits, and he thinks him and Freckles go at it all the time because they both think they're the big boys on the block. So I told Robin we either A, had to get rid of Freckles, or Ferdinand, or we got to get more cows.
Fishes and Lowe's Life, thank you so much for being here. Good to see you here this evening. Thanks for stopping. And
Later, Carol.
We will see you next week.
I would like to know who in the world Carol when was. Oh, I think I know. That's it. Yep, that was probably it.
You like to leave people in suspense, trying to catch up to you.
When I look at the Zoom meeting, it has everybody's name underneath their picture, and mine says Carol.
Yeah, it does.
And I'm like, when was my daughter on my computer? And then I had to remember she took the egg candling class, and she's now a licensed egg candler for the state of Georgia.
Cool.
So that's why it's up there.
I just figured you were coming in incognito.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's an A+, man.
Yep.
Yeah, I just thought you were sneaking in, Jason, that's all.
No, that's what it was. We just haven't changed it back because they did it all virtual. It was like a full day virtual class. And it was a really good class because I took it before her and made a 98. And
I noticed you got a drop that you got a bigger score.
Yeah, no.
Mm-hmm.
No. I'm in a house with 3 women. Anytime I can
He's got to.
brag about having the upper hand in something, I'm going to drop it like it's hot. But I'll be honest with you, I wouldn't be nowhere near where I'm at with, because it was LaDessa, Carol, and myself. We pulled over 400 yards of barbed wire.
Oh, wow.
And 7 strands of it.
7 strand.
And we had to clear the fence line too, so we were out there with loppers and machetes and chainsaws and pulling out just, we all got poison ivy real kind of bad. And those girls worked like a boss.
You got 2 very hard-working girls. I think both of them combined top lays a whole bunch.
I'll put them up against any boy.
LaDessa would kick a boy's butt.
I just think they'd outwork them. It ain't about kicking somebody's butt. It's just they would just outwork them.
They would.
And they're both driving the truck now. So they take turns driving the truck. We put a big IBC coat in the back of the truck to do all the watering, and we put a water faucet on the bottom end of it, and then fabricated a PVC line across the top to be able to put water in. And so they drive that around to do their water checks and water and everything. And it's really running like a well-oiled machine around here now, and we're at the point I guess is the best way to put it, is we have come to the point now that we got all of the mischief stuff from a teenage boy out of the way and gone, and we're still finding crazy stuff that he done, and but now we're able to expand because they work so hard. We are giving them a percentage of the money that we make from the farm. It's basically like a job for both of them.
Yeah.
Well, Jason, I'm a little curious. What is your reasoning for doing single strand runs of barbed wire rather than say like a woven fence?
Well, the welded fencing stuff coming out of China is not really made that great anymore, and he's walked through some stuff like that. And it doesn't really have any type of deterrent for him because he puts those big horns in there. He can just take it and just rip it up.
I see.
Where with the four prong barbed wire, when you space it about 6 to 8 inches apiece, when he slides those horns in there, that Thor is going to hit him right there on the nose.
Okay.
And then when he goes to lift, it'll cut or it'll get him in the eye or around the eyes, and it's just a good deterrent.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, barbed wire was out in the ranges for that type of cattle.
Yeah.
I mean, and the only thing I have to go by is the way it was done here years ago. Was all welded wire and then a single strand of barbed wire across the top, and
that's more of a shape sort.
And plus, barbed wire is a lot cheaper.
Are you guys running any of that Gallagher, the hot wires around with it too?
Mm-hmm.
And he's going through that too?
Well, I mean, he goes through the smart fencing like it's nobody's business because he can use his horns to push it down. So we stopped using the smart fence with him. But once COVID really messed up a lot of things that are getting shipped around and stuff, and a lot of folks are still playing catch up, and Gallagher's they're no exception. So one of the things that we're going to end up doing is when we go to divide these pastures up, once we get all the other fences replaced, I'm going to run the 4 or 5 strands of barbed wire, but then I'm going to get Gallagher has like a 2-inch clip that'll clip on a T-post that comes in about 2 inches from before the barbed wire, and then you can run a hot wire on it. So that way, if he tries it, then not only will he, when he goes to push up on it, he'll get the hot wire on him, but then if he keeps pushing, then he's going to get the barbed wire, and that should pretty much end the game right there for him.
Yeah, having that close offset means he's not going to be able to maneuver it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Gallagher's got these nice tensioners. They're like little come-alongs that you can clip on there to keep your hot wire nice and tight, because I'm going to move to the big aluminum wire, not the braided stuff that you can use for normal cows.
The solid wire, probably 14 gauge?
Yeah. And then I'll put an S100 or an S400 on it, and I'm gonna have a grounding field where I put like 3 or 4 grounding rods in and get that and light him up.
Mm. Yeah, put a big whack in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, got to.
Have you ever thought about South Pole or something like those?
The what?
The South Pole cattle?
Mm-mm. What?
Greg Judy runs them.
They
were out of Alabama originally. So they're not as tall, but they're a meat line cattle, and they're made for those southern sort of states.
They're beautiful too.
Well, Highlands, we are definitely getting Highland cattle. We've talked about that, and I announced that a couple of months ago. The problem is right now is nobody's selling.
Mm.
And if they are selling, there's no way to really afford it. So I don't know what's going on with that. I've contacted the Highland Association. and they gave me numbers of 3 of their breeders that are or members that are in Georgia. Them guys haven't called me back or emailed me back or anything like that. So I think everybody's still kind of pumping the brakes to see what's going to happen before they, before they start selling stuff again. Is my guess, because it was the same thing with Longhorns, because we were going to do Longhorns also. We were just going to go all Longhorns, because if he wasn't so daggone ornery, Longhorns, they're very low maintenance. They don't take as much feed. They don't need as big water. I mean, that's why they do really well out there in Texas and everything. They're very low maintenance. He's not really had any problems with parasites with him or anything. And I kind of like a low maintenance cattle, but he's just been so daggone ornery. And he's very devoted to his herd too. That was one of the things that I've learned with him, because we've got the girls up here because they calf, and he comes up here and he'll visit one and then go visit the other one, and then he'll peruse around, he'll chomp on some of the round bales that we've got up here for the girls, and then he'll walk around, graze on some grass, and then he'll go to the back side, because we got one in First Moo and one in First Point, and he will lay down in between and bed down between the two of them, and then he doesn't go very far away from them at all. And he's funny as all get out. It's like he knows he's not supposed to eat from the raised bed, so he mows the grass around all the raised beds, doesn't reach up and eat robin sunflowers or tomatoes or radishes or anything like that. He won't mess with them in the kitchen garden. But he went over there to the lawn and just tore up them strawberries. It was either him or the goats that when he let out. It might have been the goats, in all honesty with you. But, it is what it is.
How many goats do you guys have? And what kind?
What? 6 now, I think. 3, 4. Yeah, 6.
What kind are they?
They're the Nigerian dwarfs.
Okay.
I visited a friend the other day, and they're breeding Nigerians back against dairy. Because evidently the Nigerians have one of the highest fat content in the milk.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. This is our first year with Nigerian dwarfs, and that's what I heard also. But they got such little titties. You just got to go in there like this with 1 or 2 fingers,
Yeah, they're breeding them back against milk breeds, Sarnans. But they're finding it really hard to get good lines out here because you can't import lines too well. Yeah. You're sort of stuck with what you got. To import even semen out here, there's got to be an autopsy done on the buck.
Oh my goodness.
So you basically need a buck at the end of its term that someone's willing to part with.
Hi, Kenneth. Thanks for stopping by. Good to see you in here.
So we saw the announcement that you two are now a couple. So this is kind of like prison love, isn't it? Because you're basically locked down. Because I'm in prison. And you're locked down, and so.
Well, it's like this. Because of things behind the scenes, which ain't gonna be talked about, we kept quiet for a while. And in a way, I enjoyed that because it gave us more time to talk more and get to know each other more. And I said this in other live streams I've been on. When Tony got sick and we found out he had a brain tumor, one of the biggest things, he gave me a list of things of what he wanted me to look for in someone to make sure me and the kids be happy. And I have found that and more in Daryl. Yes, he may be over 9,000 miles away, but I don't care. He makes me happy, and I love him. And my daughter loves talking to him. She will take over a video chat and I'll hurt me.
Does he talk?
Well, Terry, I love talking to him too, but he's not my boyfriend.
What'd you say?
I said I love talking to him too, but he's not my boyfriend.
No, with Amanda's autism and her anxieties, she will not talk to someone on the phone very long. She has, when I am video chat with my stepdaughter, she will 5 minutes and she's gone. She has taken over some conversations when me and Darren are video chatting. The last time she was talking to Darren for over an hour.
Well, that's
I
good.
told my stepdaughter, I said, you know,
That's
Patty, it's gotta be something good for it, because for Amanda to do that, it's out of the ordinary.
Yeah, that's good.
Yep.
Yeah.
Jason, you just look like you're.
Darren, did you have a list too?
No, not really, man. Someone to love.
Mm-hmm.
You know that Queen song?
Huh?
That Queen song?
I couldn't understand what you were saying. You
The
blew out.
Queen
Queen
song.
song.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Somebody to love.
And when we were getting to know each other, we found out that we have a lot of the same wants and dreams when it comes to homesteading, and a lot of stuff in common. And it's like, if you want to get to know someone, stay up all night and play 20 million questions with them. You ask each other a question, and you have to give your answers to that question.
Oh, hell no.
Oh, yeah.
I stay on all.
Oh, yeah.
Million questions. Mm-mm. We've been together 16 years. We've never done that. Mm-mm. Nope, not gonna happen.
Rusted Traditions Homestead, good to see you. And Naked Gardeners, I'm guessing maybe it's Sydney.
Hey, Naked Gardeners. That's Sydney.
No, the spelling is correct, so more likely it's Tori.
Yeah. That's awesome, Lears.
Yeah.
But yeah.
No, I
Robin looked at me. Robin looked at me the other day, and she said, "Do you realize our marriage is now driving?" And I'm like, "What do you mean? It's driving?" She said, "We've been married 16 years. It's driving." I didn't know our marriage could do things like that. We spent all day playing hooky. Yeah, I wasn't the only one. Yeah, but we didn't stay up all night talking.
No, but you guys are closer, and you can do other things, shall we say?
Yeah.
Terry, what are you
us,
knitting there, Terry? Baby blankets?
It's important that we get to know each other.
Yeah.
Terry, what are you knitting there? Baby blankets?
Pot holders,
Oh, okay.
scrubbies, more scrubbies. This weekend I'm gonna be making some hats and scarves. More pot holders.
His college degree can drink.
And thing is, yeah, even though it's like him and I talk all the time, every day, and it's not just the date when we're talking. It's just being in each other's company. It's like he'll be on calls and he'll be working, and I'll be doing things here, and it's just being there with each other and being able to pop ideas about different things of each other, and it's all those little things.
That's one of the big things. We both think along the same lines and sort of use each other as a sounding board for ideas.
Yep. No matter how crazy that is, and we bounce each other off all those crazy ideas. And like food ideas, which you may not think these two things go together, but it might actually really work, and I hope it does.
You enjoy the time that you have together.
I do.
So as soon as you get on parole there, Darren, are you planning to come stateside?
Yes, I am. The very second we get parole available, mate. If I can manage an early release, I'll get one.
You guys have been on lockdown this whole time pretty much, haven't you?
Yeah. Yeah, since end of March last year, we haven't been able to leave the country.
He couldn't even leave his state a few weeks ago because of some cases over there.
Now, is that for the entire country of Australia, or is that just for your area?
That's the entire country. We cannot leave the country. Yeah, I thought it was for the term of my great-grandparents' natural life. It's mine too at the moment.
Wish they need to change that.
What are you thinking there, Jase? What are you thinking there?
Nothing really. It's just the world of difference. Because see, I've been to Australia. I was in Queensland and got to do all that fun stuff over there when I was in the Marine Corps. I absolutely loved it. And the hospitality that was shown to us while we were there, from everybody from the Aboriginal people to the Aussies and everybody wanted to buy you a drink. Everybody wanted to show you this and show you that, take you out, and just, we had a couple of guys that we met up with at the bar. Like, well, come on, you come with us. They took us everywhere. We went to different restaurants and all kinds of things in Queensland, and I was in Brisbane. That's where we were. And to imagine y'all being locked down, I just would be like, I wonder if that killed that spirit. That's my curiosity, because. And it's hard to explain unless you go over there. It's a completely different spirit than what's here in the States, especially here in the South. I mean, in the South, we pretty much try to treat everybody like family unless you're a motard, and then we just send you off to your way. Y'all even love all the motards. And and I hope it doesn't crush that spirit that was over there. And I hope it's still there, but, and that's one of the things that's what I was thinking. I just wonder if because I remember just nobody knew a stranger. And I don't think anybody really ever locked their doors back then down there,
Oh, it's still not.
The one guy said the biggest problem that they had was weed.
Darren, I see that somebody's directing the question, I think primarily at you, as to what about people who are not Australians and were just traveling? They were there when this started?
Yeah, they got to leave then, but no one knew coming in. For us to leave, it's got to be officially sanctioned. So it has to fit into the government definition of why you can leave. Or for someone to come in, it's got to fit into the government definition. So if you're a multi-million-dollar tennis player, of course, that's okay.
But yet they don't want to let people there out. It makes no sense.
Well, you could tell them you're
Easy. Easy, Daryl.
respected homesteader. All right. Well, on that note. On that note, it's going on 10:30 on this end. We've been on about an hour and a half. Appreciate seeing everybody out here. I hope things are gonna turn around. I have not had the opportunity to speak with Maya or Jess. They're supposed to be our guests next week, but obviously they are in the moving process. So whether or not they're going to have time to sit down and join us for an evening next Monday night, I don't know yet.
Probably not.
Yeah, I'm thinking probably not as well. But we're going to play that as it comes to us. We'll just kind of go that way. I'm gonna start doing something here, something different, because what I've been doing isn't working. And
Can't you start up your Tech Tuesdays again?
I could, but it was at the point here where I was getting 8-9 people.
Okay.
You know. So, yeah, I could do that. TJ Miller, thank you for being here. The Lear's Farmish, Build on the Rock Homestead, Rustic Traditions Homestead, Homestead Rewind. Christy Betts, good to see you. Mama Z, special thank you to all of our moderators. Special thank you to our channel members. Smudges Pack people. And we're going to start doing more with that, with Smudges Pack, so... I'm not sure just exactly what we are in, kind of a limbo state here, and right now we're kind of waiting on Sherry to heal up. So having said all that, you guys got any last words? Australia.
Look, my old best wishes to Sherry. She knows I send her messages and annoy her all the time, but in the meantime, we're here to support you all the way.
Terry?
Just make sure you take care of yourself too, Daryl, while you're taking care of Sherry. And if you guys need any help or if Sherry needs someone to talk to, we all got open ears.
Jason?
And we love you guys.
Jason, down your way?
See, now they got all gushy and mushy. You can't say anything funny when you're following goodbyes like that. Now that Sharon knows we love her, we miss y'all. Get well soon and get the camper done so that way y'all can come on down. We miss having y'all here. And don't forget, hey, if you got a dream, don't let it go. Chase it.
Okay, and I will just repeat as I've often said. Remember to do something today that makes tomorrow better than yesterday. With that, everybody have a wonderful evening. Again, special thank you to our moderators and channel members. And if you'd like to be a channel member, just click that join button. Love to have you. Take care, everyone. Good night, and we will see you later. Bye-bye.
Later, everyone.